All right, could you please state your name?
My name is Markco Brown.
And Markco, where are you from?
I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. I'm located West Baltimore by Emerson Avenue in Warwick, 2500 block to be precise.
What is one word that describes you?
Focus. I consider myself a focused individual. I make goals and I do my best to strive to obtain them. And I don't let what goes on around me change my focus.
Who was your role model growing up and why?
Growing up, I didn't really have a role model. It was superheroes. It was like male figures in my life, but I never really said I wanted to be like them. I never really had a solid role model growing up. Till I was 18, I met a guy named Joshua Smith, and he didn't come at me like a regular Christian, like I want to save your life type of thing. He basically just loved on me as a person, and I figured if I can go out here and love on people like, Josh loved on me, then that should be able to make a difference.
Who is your current role model? And why is that person your current role model?
Currently, Jesus is my role model. At the end of the day, it's Jesus. And why is it Jesus? Because he done the unfathomable, unpredictable. He was able to love others unconditionally while being condemned as a black man. And now in today's society, we see the generational cycle of blacks being oppressed. He called out to 12 random people to follow him, and he was a strong leader. And I just hope that when I die, I can live a life similar.
So you're on a certain path. How did you choose this path that you're on?
Man. I am on a path, but I didn't really choose this. It was an idea that popped in my head. Because when I was in high school, I didn't want to go to college. I didn't think I was smart enough for school, actually, because I was living in a impoverished community. My family was poor, very poor. And I ate like one meal a day, and I was like 135, and I was going through depression. I never wanted to go to college. I just wanted to have fun. But I applied to Coppin State University. I got in by the grace of God. I finished. And then, senior year, everybody around me was applying to grad school. Everybody said they was going to Markco State University or University of Maryland, Baltimore School of Social Work, which is a PW, predominantly white school. I chose a PW school because, again, I doubted myself and said that I'm not going to get in anyway, so let me go ahead and apply. I waited until application deadlines were expired. I filled out the application late. I did everything in my power of procrastination, and I still got accepted into University of Maryland, Baltimore School of Social Work. And I've been striving to be the best social worker I can be, to be the best football athlete I can be, and to be a beacon of light to everybody that's living in a impoverished community that's dealing with a single-parent household or couch surfing. So I didn't really choose the path. It was already outlined for me. I'm just living it and walking it out, given the experiences that I experienced that helps me to have strength while walking it.
What fills you with enthusiasm and why?
my friends, like, just seeing them do positive. Vitamin E, she know who she is, with her business, her being a good mother, my mom being a strong black woman, my grandmother, brother Joshua Smith that does a lot of community activism in the community. One of my close friends, Eric Reynolds, who is the reason he is doing this documentary on me, just for striving out for his goals when we was in high school, to see what he developed now. Just a lot of positive people in my background. Shenard Brinkley, Bilal Westcott, one of my baby little brothers, Emmanuel, Rodney, Will, Jamal from Douglas, Aaron, which is basically my twin, and I love him dearly. A lot of people that impacted me along the way that helped me to be who I am now. Antoinette, her family, Jamie. It's a lot of people that impacted me, to help me to stay enthusiastic, because no matter what we go through, it's always someone else going through it. And I find myself having to strive harder to give them hope and motivation that they can do it, while inside of myself giving my own self hope and motivation that we can do it. Also, Jewel Curves in the Garden Church. Didn't want to leave them out. And Ellis Prince, the Gallery Church of Baltimore.
So, what would you consider is your style?
Aggressive. I'm very aggressive in staying focused. Hate is such a strong word. I can't tolerate procrastination from others when it comes to like helping other people. I'm aggressive in my approach because I want it done, and I don't care how it gets done, as long as it gets done the right way, not the wrong way. And I feel like if I'm aggressive and I attack my goals, then I'm eventually get it, because no handouts is given in Baltimore City. No handouts was given in my life. I had to grind to get where I am now, and I'm going to keep grinding. Why stop?
What influences you?
What influences me to continuously do what I do is Baltimore City. The broken homes, the drug addicts, the homeless people, the people in Baltimore complaining about Baltimore, the people that's not even from Baltimore loving Baltimore as if they were from here. That makes me do what I do on so many levels, because I'm from Baltimore, and you can't tell me what I need in my city when this city helped build and shape me to the person who I am. That gives me all the influence to keep doing what I'm doing, because if everybody is a crab in a bucket, somebody gotta be hungry enough to get out. And when one person get out, then in turn, when someone goes to pull them down, they pull them out. And they can be a chain from there.
What would you say your process is?
My process would be pray first. Definitely pray first. Meditate. Plan. And have like 5 or 6 plans after the main plan, because life don't work out how you planned it originally. It's going to throw some hooks and some curves in there, so you got to make sure you stay up on that. And just try my best to execute. And when something happens, remain flexible, remain doable, and still get the job done.
Next question. What is the aura that you hope to give off to people?
Hope. A lot of people that, I know that to my family, it's so hard just to be hopeful. It's so hard to remember that light when there's so much darkness around you, so much pain, so many bills, so many money problems, and it takes the light of hope out of people, and you are left with vessels of brokenness and bitterness and pride because they stopped being hopeful. They accepted that this is reality instead of fighting the social norm and fighting the reality that's being given to them. They lost hope, and now they abide by society's reality and not their own. And I want to give hope.
Describe a moment that changed your life.
Whew. It's a lot of moments that changed my life. But one of the real moments that changed, one of the moments that changed my life was when I was in high school. I met a guy named Joshua Smith. They told me to call him Brother Josh, so I called him Brother Josh. And he fed me, took me home, invited me out fishing. And because of him and his friends, Ashley Thompson, Tiffany, Sister Tiffany, Chan, Sister Chan, the youth group, China, Bilal, Deshawn. No matter how much I don't like Deshawn, and I love her, but Deshawn, because she irks my soul. It's like they gave me a family that I never really had. And one of my, throughout my life, I've always just wanted a loving, functioning family because my family was so mentally dysfunctional, mentally abusive, physically abusive. I didn't have a healthy family. And my mother was a struggling addict. And I didn't really have a true mother's love. Like, my mother built me on broken promises, abuse, either verbal or sometimes when she got drunk, it was other forms of abuse. But, you know, she did the best she could. And that was a generational curse because that's how my grandmom treated her. So, yeah.
That's good. That's good. What does it mean to be a dream architect?
It's like, what it means to be a dream architect is to map out your dreams, like to get the blueprint, to design every fathom of your vision, your goals, and to put what you need where. It's like when you see Iron Man or Avengers, how Tony like pulls up this little thing and spins it, and this humongous map comes out and it's detailed, and you see everything has its own meaning. That is how you dream, and that is your vision, and that's your passion, and that's what you want to do. And so in your dream, you design where you want to be at in life, and you design what details go to what in your life to be a dream architect.
What is the driving force behind what you're doing today?
Pain. I am not the average person, and I've been through a lot of pain as in everybody else that I have known and encountered, because they are a reflection of me, because I'm proud to say they're my friends, and they have been through some of the similar pains I've been through, whether it's abuse, suicide, depression. Mental health is very, very strong. But pain mainly drives me because I don't want people to feel pain anymore. I don't want them to feel how I felt. I don't want them to feel hopelessness. I don't want them to have lack of motivation. I don't want them to be unenthusiastic. I don't want them to procrastinate on setting their goals. I don't want them to bullshit. I don't want them to play the 50, to be half-assed, to tiptoe. I want them to be all in. I want them to be hopeful. And I want them to change their reality to not what people give them, but what they give people. And create their own space, create their own design, and to live with that. But pain mainly drives me, and hope helps me and motivates me.
What is success to you? What would you consider success?
Success to me is not winning a football game. Success to me is winning the national championship. And what I mean by that example is it's the big impact. Like that's how I judge success on a football scale. In life, success is every single person that I come in contact with, that I can give them hope. I can remain flexible. I can be a listening ear. Any way I can help change their life for the positive and to get them to break their own generational cycle, their own generational curses, that's success to me. It doesn't. It's not very pricey on the pricey side. I don't need a lot of money to be successful. I'm here to change lives. Don't really care about the money side of it.
What is one quote that you live by?
Don't tell me there's footsteps on the moon. No, don't tell me the sky's the limit when there are footsteps on the moon. It's an unknown person that said that quote, but don't put your limitations on me. Stop selling me a short dream when people have gone further and beyond. Don't put your limitations on me. I can do all things that I can set my own mind to, that I dare to do, not what you dare me to do.
As a positive influence, what would you say to others that don't know where to start?
Pick your head up. Pick your head up and breathe. After you pick your head up, after you breathe, after you wipe them tears away, it's time to take the training wheels off your bike and really start the ride. Get some strength in your legs, because it's time to walk. If you can't walk, let's crawl. If you can't crawl, we're going to roll. Either way, there has to be a forward movement, and you have to move forward. And if you fall, lay on your back so that when you look up, you can get up. At the end of the day, you are battling you. I don't care what's going on around you. Every single moment of every single day, you are battling the constant choices that you decide to make. And it's only up to you to make the good choices. So every day, I will challenge you to make the best choices for you that can help build you, that help you propel forward. And that is the most positive thing I could ever tell somebody. Because at the end of the day, choice is what we all struggle and battle with. So I just want to help influence that person to make the best choice. Always have your water.
All right. Thank you very much for this interview.